Hello, I'm Mario Toneguzzi with Business Spotlight. Joining me today is Adélaïde Favé and Edouard Schaeffer, who are the co-founders of Kiwiz, based in Montreal. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you, Mario, for receiving us.
Hey, Mario.
All right, let me just first start off by asking, just tell me a little bit about Kiwiz and what it is and what you guys do.
Sure thing. So my name is Edouard. I'm the co-founder and CEO at Kiwiz Inspection. Our mission is to assist used car buyers and sellers in a secured transaction. So we have a pool of Kiwiz inspectors across Canada from Vancouver to Halifax, and we perform pre-purchase inspection within 48 hours.
Mm.
Yeah. And Adélaïde?
If I can tell a little bit more about how we founded Kiwiz.
Yeah.
When actually it started 7 years ago. I arrived in Canada as an immigrant, and I was looking to buy a used car, and okay, I knew nothing about cars, about mechanics, about the process in Canada, and it was so complex. I felt really anxious about the process, and I finally abandoned the idea of getting a used car. And that's
meanwhile I used to work as a car salesman in a small dealership in Montreal. Actually, I bought a car and I have so many tickets, so I had to find a job. So this is the story about why I used to be a salesman in a car dealership. And I met Adélaïde, and we had a chat about how hard it can be to buy a used car. This is something very expensive, and at our age is the most expensive product you can buy. True. So you need to be sure what you are buying is in good condition.
Yeah.
So it started like that, and here we are. Kiwiz, don't buy a lemon.
Okay, that's your tagline, right?
Right.
This is it.
Yeah.
Okay. So tell me where did the name come from? Like why Kiwiz?
Kiwiz. So we wanted a fun name, a friendly name that changes the we wanted to be different from all the competitors in the car industry. Usually it's like auto, like it's all the same traditional names.
And there is a lack of confidence between buyers and sellers. So we want it to be different from a car dealership, as you said, Adélaïde. And we wanted, maybe it's a little bit crazy or funny, I don't know, maybe both, but we wanted to build a universe of Kiwiz against lemon. So the lemon are the bad cars and Kiwiz are the certified cars.
There you go.
Yeah. So and internally, that's fine. Internally, we have our proper definition of what is a Kiwiz. So a Kiwiz is a car with inspected by a Kiwiz inspector with no hidden defects on the car. So
okay. So now you mentioned you do these in I guess they're mobile inspections, right? Tell me like how long would an inspection normally take?
You want to go ahead?
So exactly, it's an on-site inspection. So we travel to the seller's location. It can be the seller's house or at a dealership. And our inspector is going to perform a 1-hour inspection on 170 points. So we have aesthetic, functional, electronic, and of course, a road test and mechanic parts. So the issue when we do an inspection is that a car is composed of over 7,000 components. So you cannot inspect everything. So what we did at Kiwiz is to develop the most comprehensive inspection to make sure what you are buying is in good condition.
Yeah, for sure. How much does that cost?
It costs $199. So that includes everything. from the inspection, the travel of the inspector to the car, and a 90, that's pretty new, a 90-day warranty on the car to prevent from like the most costly components on the car.
Yeah.
So,
well, you know what, when you're looking at that price, right, it's God forbid you buy a lemon, because it's going to cost you a lot of money, right? and it's a lot of wasted money, right?
Exactly. And honestly, I don't know why, but well, I know why. Like in the past few years with the pandemic, buyers had to hurry up to buy the car and to make a quick decision. And we have some customers that did the inspection after buying the car, and they just found that the car had several thousands dollars in repairs. So doing before the purchase is really, really important, and we will repeat it again, but yeah, it's really important.
So tell me again, Edouard, you mentioned how many cities are you in now?
Vancouver, Calgary, Edmonton, Winnipeg, Toronto, Sudbury, Ottawa, Gatineau, Quebec, Montreal, Halifax, and Moncton.
Wow. And I guess, like, with this concept of a business, you can be anywhere, right? You could be in a small town, you could be, or a small region, right?
Exactly.
That's a good point, and this is the innovation in our business model. Of course, we are first focusing on the major cities because the demand is higher. But Sudbury, Gatineau, it's not they are not huge cities. However, we're happy to help as many customers as possible.
Actually,
so, go ahead. Sorry.
Hey, Mario. Actually, we just onboard some mechanics on our platform, and that's super easy to open new cities. So we just need to be sure to have qualified inspectors and to find them.
That's the next question that I had. Like, so where do you find them, and how do they become a certified inspector with you folks?
So the way it works, we have a pool of Kiwiz trained on-demand inspectors managed by regional lead inspectors. So our regional lead inspectors are full-time with Kiwiz, and the Kiwiz trained on-demand are mechanics, maybe performing 1 or 2 inspections a day, maybe more. And the way we make sure they are qualified to the job, first, we have a checkup about, being on time, able to explain to a customer what need to do on the car. And the second part is a training on site. It's, as you said, Adélaïde, it's really easy to onboard people remotely, but if you want them to be dedicated to their job, it's a one-to-one in person.
And actually, our inspectors choose Kiwiz because they can perform, as Edouard said, 1 mission per week or like 10 missions a day. So it's really flexible, and some of our inspectors do have a job in a shop. Kiwiz allow them to make a little bit more money at the end of the month.
Okay. So when you look at the used car market today in Canada, what are your thoughts on there? Is it a growing market?
Actually, with the shortage of new vehicles, of course, the used car market is growing. People cannot buy anymore a new car. So if they need one, they will turn into 2 years cars.
The market is being disrupted currently. Pandemic, as you said, had a huge impact. And a second thing is that when we have a crisis with interest rate, people are looking for the best deal, a good deal. And transaction in that context peer-to-peer, consumer to consumer, are increasing
Rising.
because people doesn't want to pay extra fee, and even if the dealership has the security of the process and the F&I resources, people are looking to save every dollars. So this is why the C2C market is increasing currently.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And you're finding that you know, you mentioned the dealerships, but are more, you know, as a consumer, are you more comfortable in buying from a dealership, right? Because you know, especially if it's a, you know, a reputable dealership, right? And because you know that they've probably done their inspections, etc. But it becomes that I'm looking on Kijiji and I find somebody that those are the situations where you have no idea what you're getting into, right? That's where it becomes more important, like for stuff like what you're doing, right?
Right.
Right. Even if you like, whether if you buy a car at the dealership or from a private sellers, it's always important to get the car inspected, and it's important to don't accept the home inspection, the seller's home inspection, because it's not impartial. Like the of course it's not transparent.
That's a good point. We could make a comparison with when you are going to buy your home. Like you want a third party to inspect your new home. You don't want someone who is selling that apartment to do the inspection. Neither you don't want, for example, someone who is able
The
to
plumber.
Yeah, he's going to say, hey, I think you should change that thing, and you're lucky because I have it in my truck. You know, so we want inspectors to be only inspectors, and this is what Kiwiz is providing.
And that's why we focus only on inspections and not on repairs or many other.
Yeah. And your plans as a company, you're all obviously planning to keep growing, and in terms of the number of different markets that you're going into?
Sure things. We, like 2 weeks ago, we were in the US. We plan to maybe penetrate the US in the next year. So that's a big plan we have. And you know, our vision is to be the trusted reference in the used car buying in North America. So there is still a huge step to do, and we want to provide more resources to the buyers to help them to make an easy and trustworthy purchase. So
we don't have anything against the kick tire inspection, but we want to make Kiwiz your trusted buddy.
Okay, wonderful. Well, thank you both for joining us today.
Thank you, Mario. It's been a pleasure.
It's been a pleasure. That was Adélaïde Favé and Edouard Schaeffer, who are co-founders of Kiwiz. I'm Mario Toneguzzi with Business Spotlight. Thanks for joining us today.